Hello, my dear students. We explain the excretion implant in this part of the chapter 4, excretion in living organisms. But what about the excretion of plants? We understand that the secretion in plants is not act as a problem because the plant food which act as the sugar or carbohydrates that produce catabolic wastes less toxic than that in animals, and also the accumulation of wastes in plant less than that in animals, and the plant can reuse the catabolic wastes as the carbon dioxide which get out during the respiration. The plant can use the carbon dioxide in photosynthesis process, and also the plant can reuse the oxygen which get out from the photosynthesis in the respiration process, and also the plant can use the nitrogenous wastes in the formation of the proteinic substance. The plant can get rid the excess amount of carbon dioxide through the roots which connected with the soil to allow the carbon dioxide to get out from the plant, and also the gases can diffuse through the intercellular spaces or carried on the xylem or phloem to reach the leaf, and the plant to reuse some substance and also can excrete the other gases by diffusion. And also if the plant is located in a soil containing calcium salts, the plant can collect the accumulation of salts in the fallen leaves. Therefore, in the plant, the excretion is not act as a poison, act as a problem in plant because that the poison substance or the accumulation of substance in the plant less than that in animals. Also, the plant can reuse the wastes. The plant can remove the excess amount of salts in the fallen leaves. The plant can getting rid the excess amount of carbon dioxide through the roots. So the excretion is not act as a problem in the plant. Sorry, but the excretion of plant takes place by two main processes. The first is the glutation. The second is the transpiration. The glutation is the getting rid of the excess amount of water containing the salts from the tips of the leaf, as that shown in this leaf. That is the tips of the leaf which get out the excess amount of water which contain the salts. If the evaporation takes place of the water, we will observe the presence of salts on the tips of the leaf. That takes place at the early morning of some plants during the spring only. So that's a kind of excretion by the glutation. And the glutation is the getting rid of the excess amount of water and the salts by the certain part of the plant which is called the hydrosol. But what about the transpiration? The transpiration is the getting rid of the water in the form of water vapor from the plant leaf. So the transpiration is divided or takes place by three ways. The first is the stomatal transpiration, that means about 90% of the water vapor get out through the stomata pores of the plant, and the about 5% from the lenticels of the wooden stem, which is called the lenticular transpiration, about 5%, and through the cutin layer which cover the whole plant parts except the roots and the stomata pores, about 5%, that's called the cuticle transpiration. So the transpiration takes place by three ways. The first is the stomatal transpiration, the second is the cuticle transpiration, the third is lenticular transpiration. That is the experiment that to prove that the plant can transpire. The experiment, we can cover the plant soil by the paraffin layer and cover the pottle with the plastic bag or the paraffin sheets, so that to prevent the evaporation of water from the soil. Cover the plant by pill jar. We will observe that the water get out from the plant leaf in the form of water vapor. Condensation of water takes place on the inner leaf of the pill, on the inner wall of the pill jar, and the accumulation of drops of water takes place. So the water which collected from the inner wall of the pill jar can change the white copper sulfate into blue copper sulfate. So the white copper sulfate act as the indicator of the water, because the water changes the white copper sulfate or anhydrous copper sulfate into blue or hydrous copper sulfate. The conclusion that the plant can transpire. But what about the importance of transpiration? The transpiration helps the plant to decrease or regulate the plant temperature because the plant exposed to direct sunlight, so that increase the temperature inside the plant tissue. The plant tissue need to reduce the temperature of this tissue. So the water inside the cells, it changes into vapor that need the temperature which absorb it from the cell. So that decrease the cell's temperature by the transpiration. And also the transpiration help in the ascent of sap. We understand that the water get out from the stomata pores of the leaf in the form of water vapor. That means the humidity inside the air chamber decrease. When the humidity decrease inside the air chamber, that means the water is replaced from the neighboring cells and the other cells until it reaches the water inside the xylem vessels. We understand that the water inside the xylem vessels in the form of thread connected from the leaf xylem with the stem xylem and the root xylem. So the transpiration causing pulling of the water vertically, and the vertical pull leads to the lateral pull that act as a part of the explanation of Dixon and Joule theory, which is called the cohesive adhesive and the transpiration pull. So the excretion or the transpiration of the plant help in the reducing the plant temperature and also help in the ascent of sap. My dear students, that's the end of this part. Thank you very much. Goodbye and good luck.